back up just a bit. Good morning, everyone. Okay, Safeguard for the Soul, Day 3. Today is September 3rd. Concerning the awareness of the time of death. Number 1. If I do not die a sudden death, I might be informed of the time of my death, so that I may amend my ways and have time to confess my sins. However, then I will only be able to confess with great difficulty on account of my burden of sickness. So what he's saying here is this. If somebody does not just immediately die, they may have an opportunity to realize, oh, I'm very sick. It's a good possibility I'm going to die. Now is the time to make things right. But what he's saying is, yeah, don't count on that, because when you're really sick, it is really, really burdensome to remember all the sins that you've done against people. And difficult to go and amend all those things. Like Jesus says, if you remember that somebody has something against you, when you bring your gift to the altar, leave it there and go make things right. Well, when you're sick and you remember these things, it's hard to go and make things right. Number 2. Perhaps all my faculties will be working so that I will be able to examine my conscience, but then it will be very difficult to be in the right state of mind on account of my fear. So also, you're on your deathbed. You may actually be able to think, maybe it's just something else that's sick, but you may be able to think very clearly. But when fear grips even the mind that's able to think well, it still fouls up the mind. And it clouds everything. So you still may not be able to. Number 3, perhaps I have a heart so that I may make a good repentance. But then my conscience will be confused from so many sins. Oh my God, what should I do? That's the end of the questions you should ask yourself. Here's the thoughts for you and for me. Always have your soul in good order and remove everything that disturbs your conscience. You should get a good spiritual father or a disciple or whatever you want to call him. And do not lose the time which God has given to you, so that you may once and for all truly amend your ways. So, my friends, my family, listen to this. You may be walking with the Lord right now. You may read your scriptures, you may pray every day, but you know that you have to get right with somebody, or somebody has something against you. Don't just think you can do it tomorrow. Do it today. Leave your offering there on the altar and go make things right with that person. Pick up the phone, get onto your computer, make a message. But do what you must do to make things right with the other person. Humble yourself before the sight of God. Anyway, God bless you. And remember, do not go through this day without looking and meditating on the teachings of Christ in His way. Remember, the way is narrow and difficult that leads to life. And few find it. I hope that you and I will be ones that find it. Bye-bye.